talking again a little bit about posture and mechanics, but also sort of general habits that you want to have as a drawer. Now, in the sort of the span of your creative life, drawing is going to mean a lot of different things, but first and foremost, it's about visual translation and visual language. And that's why we all take Drawing One together. We want to have a similar experience, and we want to have sort of similar sort of habits and rules that we follow. So one of them is really to approach drawing, particularly in the beginning, from a standing posture. We talked in the last video a little bit about that. That's about sort of space, perception, kind of being in a position where you can always count on certain variables not changing. So for example, we talked about your posture and your eye level. If you're standing, your eye level is not changing. If you sit down in a different chair one day and then on a stool the next day, your eye level potentially is going to change. So that's going to change your perception. It's going to change a lot. You also want to make sure, again, that you're approaching the drawing surface and the drawing objects in a similar way where you are able to extend your arm. Your arm length isn't changing either, right? So unless you have a growth spurt overnight and you gain 2 inches in your height, your arms are going to be the same size. So this is a variable that we can kind of keep in a narrow window and expect it to be the same, right? So our eye level, our height, our arm length. This is all unique to us, and so sort of, how you approach the objects, how you approach your drawing is unique to yourself, but there's some things that can kind of standardize the process and get you ready for success, and part of that is just the habit of standing, being in a standing posture while you're looking, while you're translating information and recording information, and also things like how you are going to hold your material. So we're starting out with this vine charcoal, which can make a pretty dark mark, but it also can make quite a light mark. And we need a range of marks and a range of line quality. We're going to talk about that in another video. But one of the nice things about the vine charcoal is that it will kind of wipe away. It wipes away enough so that you can sort of soften a line, but it doesn't go away completely, okay? And that's really helpful because if I make a mistake, I want to be able to see my mistake so that I don't repeat it, all right? Something else you want to be thinking about is drawing grip. I mentioned this earlier on in the last video, and the reading for the week talks about it. But your grip, you want to have a drawing grip over a writing grip. So this is a writing grip, the kind of grip that you would have for writing with a pen or a pencil. We're going to change to a drawing grip, which is essentially if you give yourself a thumbs up, you put your thumb down on the drawing material, and then you sort of loosen your grip a little bit, and you have your 3 to 4 fingers here on the back of the material. What that does is it allows you to sort of put some distance between your drawing material and the paper. It allows you to control the amount of pressure so that I can get a really soft line like this, and then also get a really harsh line like this. And I can, flex my thumb and my fingers to control that. Okay, it's really going to be helpful. If you're drawing like this, the energy and the movement is coming from your wrists. Not only are you going to get a lot of fatigue, but you're going to have less control. And the amount of pressure that you put on the material is going to change, okay? So that's a couple more things I want you to think about with habits, mechanics, and drawing.